Pink pajamas, penguins on the boat.
Back to Movie Rebrew. This is episode 88. And is it hot in here? Or is it my co-host this week? Welcome back to the pod. Founder of the pod, Keegan.
Hey, Mike. It's good to be back. I was on, and then I was off, and then I'm back on again, right? Or is there really two in between?
Keegan also said, back to the well so soon, I see when I asked him. But then he texted about Nelly about 2 days ago, so that got changed. Yeah. What also got changed is what movies we're doing here. We are pretty much just doing Caught Stealing. We're going to do him as well, but for those that aren't aware, him bombed with the critics and with the fans. It's currently at a 27% Rotten Tomatoes last time I checked, and audience score 55% with a C- grade leaving the theaters from fans based on the premiere. So I didn't want to see it. Keegan didn't want to see it. So you guys are just going to get caught stealing.
I think with him, well, I was under the impression that Jordan Peele was a lot more involved with it than, I guess he produced it, but I thought maybe he wrote it too. And that actor is in one episode of Atlanta, and he's really, really funny in it. And it's a body horror film, correct?
I mean, judging by the Wikipedia page, not Wikipedia page, judging by the trailer, probably. That's the vibe I was getting.
Which I usually like. It's usually what really gets me the most in horror movies is body horror. So I was really excited for it, but damn, 27% is bad.
Yeah, like really, really brutal. It's probably gonna bomb. It's only an $18 million budget, but
well, looks like it made. Well, it's out. It came out yesterday, correct?
It came out yesterday.
Okay, so it's at 2 million, but that's horrible.
Very bad. Can you got any beer?
Vodka. No.
Hell yeah.
There was exactly one beer you should have gotten for this.
I didn't get it.
And it looks like you did not get it.
Which one? High Life. Huh?
Miller High Life is what we should have.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I mean, it was a slam dunk. That beer is featured in every scene. It's like one of those things where if you look at every frame of every scene in this movie, there's a Miller High Life somewhere in the background.
Yeah, that would have been good. Dang. I got Summer Fridays by Evil Twin Brewing based out of New York City.
Nice. Any loose connection you can make with that one?
Brewed in New York City. Movie takes place in New York City.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Right.
And Summer Friday, it was the last Friday in summer when I was at the beer store.
There you go. It's odd that you don't really associate New York City with beer. Like, I'm sure they have a million breweries there, or microbreweries, but I don't know. I don't really think beer when I think New York City.
Not at all. I don't know if I can name a brewery based out of New York where like every other major city at least has like a couple flagship breweries.
Yeah. Or there's one we're missing big time. Miller Coors, New York City.
Little microbrewery. Brewery, New York City. Brooklyn Brewery.
Unfamiliar.
You've seen it. It's not good. I'm literally not seeing a whole lot here. So yeah, this may be a fairly quick pod, but Keegan, let's do some news. You've already kind of hinted at it, but the only thing I want to talk about is your boy here, Jordan Peele. Next film was originally slotted for December of 2024. Then it got pushed back a few times. The most recent date that they were shooting for was October 2026. We know nothing about this film other than it's his fourth feature-length film. And then Universal just kind of pulled it completely 2 weeks ago. Then him comes out this week and it's kind of bomb. He's just a producer, but his Monkey Paws production company was behind the making of him. Keegan, fact or fiction? Jordan Peele is a bust.
A bust?
Is a has-been?
No.
Is over?
No. I mean, obviously Get Out is the best of his three movies. I liked Us enough. I liked Nope. But yeah, this is kind of concerning. This might be more of a Universal thing than a Jordan Peele thing, though.
I what's concerning here is the fact that every movie he's made since Get Out has been worse, right? Like I like Us, but it's worse than Get Out. But you're never gonna like achieve the Get Out what Get Out did. But then Nope was also like worse than Us, and now there's this like big gap in his filmography. Um, I guess I don't take a whole lot out of the whole him thing. I agree with you, Keegan. I thought that he was a little bit more involved because Candyman was his production company, but he actually helped write Candyman. And that movie actually did fairly well. I never saw it, but it at least did well with critics. Him just bombing, and then the Universal thing also happening the same week. It's just kind of a tough moment here for your boy.
Yeah, I think he's just sort of cursed by like having Get Out come first. But that's happened before. Like there's been tons of directors who had their best movie first and then kind of fizzled out.
M.
But
Night Shyamalan's
I don't
probably
know.
the most direct
Yeah,
comparison you can make here.
I don't know. I'm not terribly worried about it though. Like they did Monkey Man, which I liked. Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I don't know. Monkey Paw. They did Black Klansman. That was 7 years ago now.
Black
He
Klansman's
did Get
sick
Out
though.
and Black Klansman back to back with Monkey Paw. And then yeah, it really has been sort of a dip here. Maybe get away from horror. I don't know.
Well, that was going to be kind of my take is that I think he's kind of pigeonholing himself. The problem is that like Get Out and probably it was probably Get Out was kind of like the poster boy for this like elevated horror, which is now like super popular and doing very well
Yeah,
at the box office. And so it's kind of hard for me to say like, oh, he needs to get out of horror because like that's what's in right now. But I would like to see him kind of get out of horror. At least do something else. Maybe he just needs to cleanse the palate here and
yeah.
not take it too serious.
Which actually makes the him bombing even more concerning because horror is usually such a slam dunk. It's so easy to make your money back because the budgets are so low. So for that to bomb as hard as it is not good.
There's
Like you can throw
something.
out any turd horror movie, you're gonna make your money back, really.
Well, yeah, I agree. And there's something there with the fact that the week before him came out, Universal pulled the 2026 movie. I think they knew dang well that him was going to bomb, right?
I mean,
And both being Universal, there's something there. But
yeah.
I
So
go on.
this is an untitled film he has coming out, but do we know anything about it?
I don't think we know anything about it. But it was supposed to come out originally in 2024.
Oh wow, 2 years. That's never been good. Like, there's never been a movie delayed that much and then been like, "Oh, yeah, that was worth the wait." He is also working with, Hideo Kojima on an Xbox game
Oh.
that is pretty highly anticipated, another horror thing as well. But yeah, that is weird.
OD, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
That sounds cool. I
Uh,
mean, yeah, I don't know. I think he just needs to make something though. What is he gonna make? He's gonna take 5 years off between Nope and whatever this movie is. Like,
maybe
just
he
make.
does, like, speaking of palate cleansers, like a short, TV miniseries or something, though did he do the Twilight Zone reboot? That
Yeah,
was him, right?
he was host
I
and
guess he's already done that.
narrator. He was
Dude, all this stuff
writer.
was so long ago.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. It's like, yeah, it's this weird like pause in his career. He's also just not very old. He's only
Yeah,
46.
that's pretty true. Yeah.
I mean, I believe in the man, but he was just on such a heater, such a heater. And it's just kind of during the Hereditary pod, I asked Ian, Ari Aster or Jordan Peele, because they Hereditary and Get Out kind of came out at the same time, and they both are kind of in the same genre. I'm an Ari Aster guy, but I think Peele has the higher ceiling. I think when Peele's on, it's like Get Out's by far the best out of all those movies. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm concerned about him, but I have faith in him. But I don't know. I just want to see him make something and maybe not take it so serious. Like you said, a palate cleanse.
Yeah.
Anything else to add?
Okay.
I agree though. That is fiction. I think Jordan Peele will be just fine.
Yeah. Uh, other news though is Robert Redford died.
Yeah, I was gonna say Keegan. I was gonna actually say this. Keegan, what's your favorite Robert Redford movie? But then I realized that I had seen nearly enough Robert Redford movies to have this conversation.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, yeah, I haven't seen like his 70s is unreal.
Yeah.
And I haven't really seen much of those, but I was it's funny that his last couple of films are all Marvel movies. Like I think his last like he was going to retire with Winter Soldier, and then I think he
Oh.
came back for Endgame or something like that. But yeah, some of his last roles are all Marvel movies. But I was flipping through Hoopla last night, and I saw. Have you seen Quiz Show?
Yeah. Quiz Show.
I
What a
fucking love
flick.
Quiz Show.
Yeah.
Love Quiz Show. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
I haven't seen Quiz Show since high school. I'll watch Quiz Show. Throw it on. Directed by Robert Redford.
Yeah.
Had no clue that he directed that, or that he even directed any movies.
Yeah. I kind of forgot that he directed it, but yeah, directed Quiz Show. Quiz Show's so good. It's such a sick true story as well.
Yeah. Also, just beyond him being an amazing actor and director, just his work with Sundance, the indie film scene. He also he owns all that land, or owned, I guess he sold it, all that land in Utah. So he was a huge conservationist too. Incredibly, he's at the forefront of a lot of social movements too, like LGBTQ movements and stuff like that. So, incredible guy beyond the screen as well.
Yeah, absolute man. I mean, Sundance indie movies weren't even a thing, and Sundance Film Festival was already a thing. Like he
Yeah.
very much is like the godfather of the indie film scene. So yeah, I agree. Super influential. Quite honestly, the man. I wish I had seen more of his movies. Everything I've seen him in, he's been great in, but I have not. His 70s, like you said, are insane, and I have not seen many of those movies. Have you seen Butch Cassidy?
Oh,
No.
a huge miss. Um, what's him and Hoffman? All the pres not all no, not All the President's Men. Yeah, All the President's Men.
Oh, I've seen All the
Haven't
President's
seen
Men.
that.
Yeah. I've seen All the
Uh,
President's Men.
haven't seen. I should pull it. I haven't seen The Sting. Haven't seen The Candidate. Like I have
I've
seen almost none of the classic Redford movies.
I've seen All President's Men, and I've seen His Great Gatsby. I had to watch it in class. Jeremiah Johnson, I heard, is so good too. I've never seen Jeremiah Johnson. You
Yeah,
guys are.
I seen The Walk in the Woods, which is terrible. I think he directed that too. No, he didn't. Okay.
My dad loves Pete's Dragon.
Dude was a dog.
Dude was a dog. But yeah, watch Quiz Show. That's the theme of this
Somewhere.
one. Watch Quiz Show. A young, handsome Ralph Fiennes is in it. Great flick. Great flick.
And an Ethan Hawke cameo, a blink and you'll miss Ethan Hawke cameo.
I did not know that.
A blink and you'll miss William Fichtner. Yeah, there's some random people in there that must have been like their first acting gig. Well, I guess Ethan Hawke was a child actor, so that's not true for him. But yeah, he's in it for a second.
It's the forgotten movie of best films of 1994, right? Isn't it like Forrest Gump,
Pulp Fiction,
Shawshank?
And then that Quiz Show did get nominated for Best Picture. I wonder if that was on the back of it being a Redford movie. Like I do love Quiz Show, but I don't think it's nearly as good as the three we just said. Those are all timers, even though Forrest Gump is not as good as people want it to be. But it doesn't have that cultural cachet as Forrest Gump. It's not as good as Shawshank or Pulp Fiction, obviously. But yeah, it just kind of slots in there. It's kind of funny that was one of the top 5 that year.
It was. And the fifth one rounded out is Four Weddings and a Funeral. Harder to find a better 5 movies that were nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Absolutely insane, the year of 1994. Though me and King were talking, the 2017, right? It's 2017. The year that we started the podcast.
Yeah, 2017 is nuts.
It's sneaky. That is like, I'm not going to say it's that of 1994, but of the 2010s, that is by far the best year in film. Get Out, Lady Bird, Blade Runner 2049, Call Me by Your Name. Just
Last
insane.
Jedi.
The Last Jedi. Avengers?
Guardians of the Galaxy 2,
They were
Thor Ragnarok.
Thor Ragn-
Was there not a Mission Impossible there? I think it wasn't Fallout. No, it was after college. It's Fallout.
Murder on the Orient Express.
Horrible. I just finished that book. It's just.
Did you have to read it? Why'd you read it?
School.
Brutal.
Brutal.
All right. Ready to get into the movie, Keegan?
Yeah.
All right. So, Caught Stealing. Darren Aronofsky. Is that how you pronounce it?
Aronofsky? Yeah.
Yeah, Aronofsky. There's an F in there, and I'm looking at his name, and I didn't say the F. Darren Aronofsky, 2025 thriller, crime thriller. Yeah, starring Austin Butler. Keegan, your initial spoiler-free thoughts.
This is so corny to say. Like, I hate that I'm about to say this, but watching Austin Butler in this movie, I'm like, yeah, the dude's a movie star. Like, he has something so innately in him that it's just like so fun to watch. I know people don't like him because of Elvis. I have not seen Elvis, so I can't really hold that against him. And he had that thing where he couldn't lose the accent or the speech pattern for like the longest time, but I think it's gone, especially with what he did in Dune 2, where he was just sounding exactly like Skarsgård. The dude has some sort of crazy talent with his voice, but he's magnetic in this movie. It's very Coen Brothers in that it's someone who's not supposed to be involved in this drug thing gone wrong, this crime gone wrong, gets caught up in it and is overwhelmed by it. Doesn't have the same humor as the Coen Brothers movies tend to, with like Fargo or Burn After Reading, but really electric from the start. Doesn't waste any time. Really a great supporting cast with Liev Schreiber and Vincent D'Onofrio, Zoe Kravitz, who I love. I'm now blanking on everyone that's in this movie, but it's Regina King, Matt Smith. Like the cast is stacked.
Our boy Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny is again pops up and is so
He's
good.
Great. Bad Bunny's awesome.
Really I think it's a really interesting story with great characters that you kind of fall in love with immediately. Great premise. I mean, it's really simple premise, but really good premise. And that's just carried by a really great lead performance in Austin Butler. And Darren Aronofsky, I like, I mean, what's it called? Requiem for a Dream is one of the hardest watches ever. Black Swan's great. Didn't see Noah. So I'm not like totally familiar with this. Like, he's not like a huge draw for me.
The Wrestler?
Like, I have not seen The Wrestler, but yeah, he's incredibly well acclaimed. But all his movies are really quite downers, and not that this one's lighthearted, and there are some really dark moments and almost nihilistic moments where it's like kind of like, what's the point of anything? But it's not like depressing. You can still have fun with it despite there being some pretty heavy stuff.
Yeah. Care to score it?
8 out of 10. One of my favorites of the year so far. I'd say. I'd recommend it to people.
Yeah, I think you and I feel very similar about this movie. I'll hit you with another cliche. They don't make movies like they used to. They don't make these kind of movies anymore in theaters, which is really cool. This feels like a very much 90s kind of adult film genre movie. I don't really know why Aronofsky made this movie. It's not really his cup of tea, but I'm glad he did. I had just such a fun time in the theater with it. Kind of like you said, just star-studded, A-list cast. I didn't realize that was Liev Schreiber, Keegan, until you said his name. And I was like, wait, where was he? I didn't realize he was one of the Jewish people. That is very cool. But yeah, Austin Butler is magnetic on the screen. Him and Zoe Kravitz's relationship early on, you just wanted to give both of them a hug and you loved them, which really helps kind of drive the emotion behind this movie really well. based on a book. You can tell. I didn't know it was based on a book until I watched it, and then I left the theater and I said that has to be based on a book. But it's a very well crafted screenplay where everything ties in very nicely. A lot of good foreshadowing. I just had a really nice time at the theater with it. It's one of those movies where you feel like you've seen it before, right? It's not reinventing the
Yeah,
wheel, but I'm okay with that. Like, I want to see more of these movies in theaters. I think the general public always says they want like more original kind of, mid-budget movies in theaters. This very much falls into that bucket. It's a shame that it came out almost shadow drop Labor Day weekend,
yeah,
early September, just kind of a weird time to drop it because a big time director, big time actors. You think this movie could have done well at the box office. It did okay, 40 million on a $30 million budget, so not great. I think it'll have more life in the video on demand era. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm like a 7.9 out of 10. I don't get into the eights just solely because I don't necessarily think this is like reinventing the wheel, but I had a great
yeah.
time with it. And I recommend this movie to pretty much anybody. I think this is a really good Friday night. I have nothing going on. I want to watch something that's fun and exciting. Throw on Caught Stealing. I think you really enjoy it.
Screenplay written by the guy that wrote the book, so which is probably why it's why you thought that. However, produced by Columbia, distributed by Sony, so it won't be on any of the major streaming services. So you'll probably have to seek this one out. Um,
Yeah.
but has a moment where I did one of these. And it's rare for me to like physically react to something on screen. So yeah, you do buy into the characters a lot in this. Like you said, that Zoe Kravitz and Austin Butler especially have a really good relationship. Um, and yeah, just like this guy that is living in the what if of his life. Something happened to him in his past and he kind of can't move past it. And this getting roped into this crazy situation kind of forces him to address what happened in his past and finally have it break him or have him move past it. So there's a lot of interesting dynamics between who he was, who he could have been, and who he is now, which sort of adds to that depressing nature of the film. But by the end of it, I think it's worthwhile.
I should also say that it feels like I've seen this movie before, but at the same time, there was like plot twists and things were happening that I didn't see coming. Like, it kept me guessing, which I really enjoyed. Um, and yeah, there's high stakes here. I kind of like how, gory is probably not the right word, but like it gets intense and you feel like anyone can die at any moment, which I think is in these type of movies is essential to make these movies work.
Yeah,
Uh,
and there are not that it's as like I said, not as funny as our burn after reading, but there are moments of levity that you kind of need,
yeah,
especially from like Matt Smith's character and from the Hasidic Jew mobsters. You get a lot of, especially towards the back end, which helps cut some of the tension that you're experiencing. But um, yeah, I could not recommend it more.
yeah, like the Jewish dinner scene in the middle of like the climax, right before the climax, I should say, I guess.
Yeah,
That felt very Coen Brothers esque.
yeah,
I agree. That's a good call there. Do you want to get into spoilers now, Keegan?
sure.
All right, major spoiler here. I'm gonna rip it off the Band-Aid. I did not think they were gonna kill Zoe Kravitz that way.
No,
Is that when you
not.
covered your face?
That's what I was shocked. Because it seems to be building up to, he's gonna get the money at the end.
Yeah,
I think if it was full Aronofsky, he probably would have died. It would have been just a crazy downer. But you can't have that in a movie like this. So he's gonna get the money at the end, and you hope that it's gonna be them escaping together and living somewhere else. But pretty brutally executed, which plays into the end of who did it. You're kind of left guessing, was it Bad Bunny? Was it Regina King? Was it the Hasidic Jews? So you get that answer at the end with it being the Jews. But yeah, dude, I never would have guessed that she was going to die. Just for sure, maybe that was ignorant of me to assume this would have a happy ending or a happier ending, I should say. But yeah, when she died, I was devastated.
Especially like executed off screen, kind of just like in the blink of an eye. Um,
Yeah.
and like for me, I was enjoying the movie up until that point, but that's when I was like locked in. I was like, fuck, that fucking sucks.
Yeah. And it then you start worrying about the mom. Like once you know what these people are actually capable of and how far they'd go, like this, despite her being in San Francisco and this being set in New York City, you still fear like shit, she might die too. Like you have no idea.
Absolutely. Um, yeah, and I loved the lighter scene. That's how I knew it was a book, right? The gun lighter and how that's how he finally connects it all together. And they're driving the car, and the car smashes into the all the flashbacks of him crashing his car, and then the
Yeah,
lighter scene, and then he drives into a wall. I mean, that's impeccable storytelling elements, right?
yeah.
All there in one. I'm not saying Aronofsky isn't capable of doing that himself, but then I'm like, that is just too well done. Where I figured it was a book, but I really, really, really enjoyed that. I thought that was sick. And when you realize what he's about to do, he's going to smash into this wall. You're just like, fuck yeah.
Do you think that was either too too foreshadowed, or do you think that the flashbacks were done too often?
Maybe. Um, I think that would be an okay critique of this. However, in these kind of movies, I kind of like the clichéness of it all. The kind of the the flashbacks, the everything is like perfectly tied together. The minute that you see the lighter, you kind of see exactly where this is going to go. But
Yeah,
I'm okay with that. I think it really works for this. And he ends up on the beach because I believe Regina King, that's where she wants to retire, right? Isn't that
yeah,
where? Yeah. So like
yeah.
everything kind of all of a sudden is just
Sure.
perfectly wrapped into a box and put a bow on top of it. I think that could be a critique, but honestly, like in this type of movie, it felt like a '90s movie, right? And I liked that, and I miss those kind of movies, and I was cool with it. I was cool with all the foreshadowing. I was cool with all the flashbacks and how it all led to the climax scene. It worked for me.
I think they did hit that flashbacks a little too hard. I think there's probably one or two too many. But speaking of Regina King, that twist did not expect either that she was involved with the mob and that she was really kind of the big bad. I
Yeah.
think that I saw the trailers once because it played before a movie. I don't want to walk out of the theater, but it's pretty much the trailer sells it that the Hasidic Jews are the main villains, and I guess they kind of are because they're the ones that kill Zoe Kravitz, but they're not really in it until maybe the last 45 as like main players. They're shown earlier when they chase him initially, but yeah, Regina King being the villain was shocking to me. That was so well done. Like when but she shows up to the diner and then the two guys come in. It's like, oh shit, she's been calling the shots this whole time. I had no idea that was coming because the whole time I'm like, just call her, man. Like
Yeah, I
it seems
know.
so easy to just bring the cops into this. Like you'll totally be fine. And then it ends up that's what fucks him.
Yeah. No, I did not see that plot twist coming either. And yeah, that's another scene. And it's just like you're there with Austin Butler and you're just like, he's so screwed. Like it just keeps getting
Yeah,
more and more depressing and he gets more and more effed up. And like and we're at one point, I'm like, dude, what's the point of him living at this point? Like once they started effing with his
I know.
mom, I was just like, dude,
Yeah.
like what's even the point? Like he got a kidney exploded on him. He's like bleeding. When they're pulling out the staplers,
God. Yeah, dude, he really does feel so trapped. Like there doesn't seem like there's any possible exit, which is why it's so cathartic once he does crash the car and get out. It's just like for the first time in like how long is this? Is it 2 hours?
That's yeah. Oh, hours.
107. Oh,
Well,
hour
107.
47. Yeah, it's quick. So for the first time in like 100 minutes, you can like finally breathe. Like you feel the same sense of relief. And once he turns, I do love the running thing of like calls his mom, all she cares about is the Giants. They always say like "Go Giants" instead of "I love you," stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
he's always checking the games and the scores. And then he's finally able to turn the TV off once he gets to the beach, so he can like put that by, because despite it being a really strong connection between him and his mom, it's also that what if of like who I could have been had I not gotten that car accident. So able like visually to move past that was also really cathartic as well.
For sure. I did love the baseball connection. I think that was just a fun little thing to sprinkle in there. The Giants
Yeah,
of I think 1997 Giants.
my favorite baseball team. Maybe I should go as him this. Hold on, give me a second.
You should. Honestly, Keegan, that's maybe the easiest Halloween possible costume. No one's gonna get it.
I mean, what else do I need? What else do I need? I have the hat ready to go.
Yeah,
I just need
dude,
what I couple's
shirt.
costume wears a nurse or an EMT outfit. Everyone's like, "Who are you?" We're like, "Oh, we're Austin Butler and Zoe Kravitz and Caught Stealing." Haven't seen it.
Video on demand.
Yeah. It's out now. Coming to Netflix soon.
Someone could be Bad Buddy. Ross can be Bad Buddy.
There you go.
I think the one issue I had with this is that Austin Butler is a really bad fighter in every scene, and then all of a sudden, I think it's the Regina King scene. Like all of a
I
sudden,
was agree on
yeah,
how funny that is.
yeah, but then all of a sudden he's really good at. No, he beats the shit out of the two thugs, right?
Yeah, the guy with the port wine scar,
Yeah,
who was like, I'm gonna sneeze once. Maybe not. Who
this
was
is good
like
content.
5'5",
Yeah,
and Austin Butler's like 6'4". So that he beats the shit out of him, which is great. He does like he looks at his hands like, holy shit, I got this. And then Regina King kicks his ass.
Yeah.
Like in like actual hand to hand combat. So I did like that moment where, because like once he goes squares up with her, he looks at his hands again, like I'll be all right, and then she just smokes him. Yeah, he gets the shit kicked out of him all movie, which I really liked. That if you were thrust in that situation, you'd get killed.
Yeah, and he's just a washed up baseball player. I really like that. The fact that he could beat up the Russian mobster in that one scene kind of upset me. But you're right. Then it does kind of come back. It's played again for laughs a little bit later. But that was kind of my one critique where I was just like, because I really did like the fact that he sucked at fighting. It felt really realistic. Like if I'm there it is. If I'm thrust into this scene, I'm getting my ass kicked too every step of the way.
Yeah. I did like how New York it was. How
Dirty.
90s New York it was.
Yeah.
It felt like really grimy and gross. I think
opening up a shot of the the World Trade Centers.
Yeah.
That's a
oh my god.
That was a decision, but it really does set the stage that this is like late 90s New York.
Yeah. Oh shit, I forgot where I was going with that. No, just how grimy it is really adds to the feeling of it too. Like, but it still feels like a kind of a love letter to 90s New York. It's not like a critique of it. How grimy it is kind of like almost nice. He has that relationship with the homeless guy outside of his apartment. I think they live in Chinatown, or maybe she lives in Chinatown. I love that the bar vibe is really nice. No one's got a cell phone out, with these kids with their cell phones. It's just, I don't know. It's just, it feels very familial with these like really kind of shitty, gross, grimy people, but nice in a way.
Yeah.
I can't imagine someone that handsome being grimy, but he still kind of pulls it off.
Well, I know you wanted to give everyone a shower. There was multiple times in this scene multiple times in this movie where you just wanted people to start bathing. I should say that, Laura Dern is his mom.
Yeah. Dude, it's like what we say with animated movies. I'm like, who is that voice? This is driving me nuts. Laura Dern.
It was Laura Dern. Damn.
It's also funny that, they did the entire music. I was gonna say, they play an Idol song to start the movie, and the Idols are from like the 2010s. So I'm like, this is kind of a weird disconnect that they're playing a 2010 song to set up a 90s film. But I guess they did all the music.
Should have been cool. Smash Mouth.
Totally different tone.
Could have a sick fight scene of I get knocked down, but I get up again. Wait, that's not Smash Mouth? That's tub thumping.
That's tub thumping. It's
Tub thumping would have
Chumbawamba.
worked. Chumbawamba would have worked here. They're British, right?
I have no idea. I'm glad Matt Smith came back.
I'm
I was
glad Matt
afraid
Smith
he'd
came
be
back too.
I was afraid he'd be gone the whole movie, but he was great.
I like this Matt Smith plot twist too, where he was just like, dude, my dad actually died. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I-
This was completely unintentional. I did not try to screw you over.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, there was like 3 or 4 plot twists here that I truly didn't see coming, and they kind of kept me guessing, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah. I mean, anything said in like a really Cockney accent is gonna make me laugh, and he did that extremely well.
Yeah, and the third guy living in the apartment, how he was always just like there, clueless, locked behind a door, threatening to call the cops.
Yeah. And he gets made fun of for building websites.
Oh yeah.
I always love when like it's so cheap, but when someone makes fun of a '90s thing that's gonna be huge, and they're like, "That fucking thing sucks." It's like someone has a cell phone, they're like, "Fuck, what do you need a fucking cell phone for?" And then or the internet. I don't know. It always makes me laugh.
They did pull out cell phones more than I thought for a movie that takes place in the '97.
Yeah,
They,
but there is. I mean, the car phone too. I believe there's a car phone in there.
there was a car phone. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Uh,
How'd you feel about the ending where he becomes Matt Smith and leaves?
I liked it. I mean, I liked it. He was passable for Matt Smith.
You think so?
Yeah, I thought so. I was kind of just eating up what was being served to me.
Sure.
I had a nice
loved
time.
it. I really liked him doing the accent and stuff,
Yeah.
but I'm like, I guess that's why you show the Twin Towers at the start.
Yeah.
TSA does not give a fuck at that moment in time because he does not look like him at all. But
I would think that it would probably be honestly really easy in the 90s to pretend you're somebody.
take me back, you know?
I know. Man. There's also one really sick tracking shot down an alleyway when he's on the fire escape. On the camera, tracking shot through the alleyway. That shot was sick. The car wreck shot was sick when they the 2 Jewish guys, they show like the one body just like completely mutilated on the ground. That was sick. Thought both those shots were really cool.
I'm interested to see where Aronofsky goes from here.
He's got a really weird filmography. I forgot that he did Noah.
Yeah, which is, I guess, terrible. Oh, Mother. I didn't see The Whale. But this feels more... He's never been like a big box office draw, and this sort of seemed like an attempt at that, and then it didn't hit.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why he made this. Yeah, my only thought is I saw The Whale. The Whale is a tough watch, and I almost think that this was a palate cleanser for him, where he's like, yeah, the whale's sad as hell, and it's yeah, it's just like that movie made me never want to eat ever again. I remember I went to get me and Ryan it was over Christmas. Me and Ryan went to go see it and got a beer afterwards, and I was like, I don't even want to drink. I just want to I just want to go home and like cry. Like I don't feel well. So,
you recommend it though? Not to the general public, but to me?
Yeah, but it's it was similar to like Silence, you know, for different reasons, but like Silence was like, I should probably go home and like repent to the Lord.
Yeah.
Where The Whale is like, I just feel like a glutton. Oh God. Right. And then both of those movies were like, oh, that's gonna stick with me, but I never need to see that movie ever again. So it's similar to that. So
yeah,
if you're up for one of those things, like the movie is very good.
Okay.
Anything else, Keegan, about this one?
No, I might even like it more than I originally thought. Like I haven't seen. When did it come out? The 17th of August, something like
that. Labor Day weekend, 3 weeks ago.
August 29th. Okay, so yeah, it's been close to a month since it came out, and I'm happy to be talking about it again. I just forgot how much I really enjoyed it.
I agree. I saw this like 3 or 4 days. I think I saw the Monday after it came out. It's Tuesday after it came out. I remember this movie quite well for a movie that I saw like 3 weeks ago. And I
Yeah,
agree. Talking through it again with you makes me realize that I really do like this movie. Um, it could be a
does
sleeper top 10 movie of the year for me. I could see it potentially hanging around depending how strong a year it is.
yeah. Does anyone? I think everyone he is close with dies,
That's what I'm saying. Other than his mom, like everyone else
other than his
dies.
mom
Like there was one point
dies.
where I literally was thinking, like, what's the point anymore, man? Like if you were
Dude,
to
yeah,
just
that's
kill
what I'm saying.
yourself, like I
That's
would
when I'm like,
understand.
okay, this is the Aronofsky I know. This is just so sad, and you feel like you can't escape it. And so, yeah, to have that moment at the end was such a nice release.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, yeah, it just felt like it was over. There was no hope.
No. Um, I wanted to tell you this. I forgot. So during the climax of the movie, when he's right when he started driving the car to meet up. No, he's driving. Yeah, the two Jewish guys and him
That
are driving in the car right at the beginning of that scene, and they're having that conversation about like they're kind of doing a quid pro quo with him type conversation. Um, a dude walks into the theater. It's me and one other guy. I'm sitting in the row behind him, and he's sitting like in like the handicap section, right? So the big massive row. A dude walks up, stops in front of the guy in front of me. He goes, "Hey, how much is left in this movie? I'm seeing the movie after this." The guy goes, "I don't know, 10 minutes." He's like, "All right." He's like, "Man, can you leave?" He's like,
that
"Can you
is
leave? I'm trying to watch the end of this movie." And the guy's like, "Sorry." And then he gets out and walks out of the theater. Wild. So my
oh,
thought,
hold on. So he said, I'm in this theater afterwards, not I'm watching this movie next."
no, yeah, he's in this theater afterwards. So my thought process is he had a ticket for probably a movie that started like in 30 minutes and got there
Yeah.
early. And he walked in there and he was confused there was a movie on. And so instead of being like, oh, the movie before this isn't over yet, he decided I'm going to walk all the way into this theater and go talk to one of the two dudes in the theater and ask him how much is left in the movie. Just a psychopath move.
That's psychotic. Yeah. Oh
The
my God.
And the best part is the guy in front of me during the trailers, I was just on my phone. It's trailers. They show about 30 minutes of trailers in
Yeah.
Cinemark. So I was just on my phone, whatever. The guy kept giving me dirty looks, and I was giving him dirty looks back. I want to be like, dude, they're trailers. I'm not going to
I
be on
know.
my phone during the movie. Chill out.
Yeah. Whenever I'm on my phone during the trailers, I always think the people around me are gonna be like, "Oh, this fucking guy." But I'm like, you have no idea. I'll be so locked in, like you have no idea.
Yeah. And part of
Um,
the thing is like I also really don't care to watch trailers as well, especially if it's a movie that I like. So like
yeah, right.
a lot of times I'm almost trying to distract myself in general. Um,
That's why, unlike the guy that you were just talking about, you show instead of showing up 30 minutes before the showtime where you're gonna watch the movie beforehand, watch them clean the theater around you, and then watch 30 minutes of trailers, you show up 30 minutes after showtime as the movie is starting.
yep. That is the key. That is the key. Now they're starting to throw like commercials too in the middle of trailers. Man, it's
It's
bad.
crazy.
It's
There's always like a F-150 commercial before the last trailer.
and it's like louder than all the rest of the commercials,
Yeah,
and the lighting's weird, and it's like it's bad.
yeah, it's and they're wondering, I guess, okay, this is just the state of theaters at the moment, but they're wondering why people aren't showing up. Like, I went to see I think it was Gladiator 2, and I went with my family. So we all wanted to get there at showtime. They all wanted to get there at showtime.
Yeah.
So I reluctantly went with them. And you just hear people around you go, "Oh my God, another one?" And then it's still going. It's like, yeah. So that person who has probably only seen one movie that year, Gladiator 2, has a bad experience, and so now they might not go see another one where you can just go see it at home.
Yeah. No, yeah. Like I just don't understand why they don't show trailers before the showtime.
Someone said they're making a law where you have to advertise when the movie starts, or at least say like expect 25 minutes of trailers or something like that.
So yeah, I know you can look it up because Cinemark is a company that I'm not familiar with, but they're all over the Bay Area. So I looked up how many minutes of trailers they have, and they say on their website it's 25 minutes.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
Still,
25 minutes though.
Yeah. But I mean, I get it. Like, maybe that's the only thing that's allowing theaters to even exist is the fact that they're getting all this money for advertising.
No, I mean, I think that's what it is. And I'd rather have a movie theater to go to that shows 25 minutes of trailer than not to have a movie theater. But it is what it is. All right.
I did have one more thing to say about this.
Bring it on.
But then you told your theater story, and I forget what it was. Doesn't matter.
Zoe Kravitz? Regina King, really good in this movie.
Why are you saying Zoe Kravitz?
Zoe Kravitz? I'm sorry.
Thanks.
You know, I've had a 30-year battle with the English language, and and I lose more times than not. All right. Now, the man who in 2016 made La La Land his personality. Welcome back to the pod, Chuck.
And I do it again. Darn it, Moonlight.
You know what's funny? Robert Redford passed away. You know, shout out Robert Redford. For the minute I heard that, I got Warren Beatty and Robert Redford confused in my head, and I was like, I don't know if I saw him since the Oscar fiasco. And then I was like, wait, that's Warren Beatty. But
yeah, they've hid Warren Beatty since.
They have. He's on ice. He's put on ice right now.
He'll get his redemption story, just like John Travolta.
Exactly. All right, Chuck. The last time you were on, you gave your way too early Oscar Best Picture predictions. It was about 6 months until the Academy Awards when we did that. So we're a little bit closer, and we start getting some clarity now that the film festivals are starting to pick up. So from my understanding, we're going to get some updates here on what happened in Venice, which a lot of these future Academy Award nominated movies probably premiered there, and then also the Toronto Film Festival, Chuck, so we can start getting some clarity on how good your predictions were last month.
Yeah, we are to the fall. The fall means the start of award season, so
yeah.
we've arrived. Pretty much something will be releasing the next pretty much every week now from now until it seems like Christmas or so, or the new year. We're well anticipated here that have some definitely some awards prospects. So yeah, we want to start with Venice. We could do Venice.
Yeah, and I meant to plug this earlier. Me and Chuck did about 45 minutes going over the Best Picture predictions and also just kind of handicapping the whole award season as a whole. So you can watch the whole thing on YouTube. But Chuck, let her rip.
Absolutely, yeah. So we had the Toronto International Film Festival, we had Venice, we had Telluride. With Venice, there were definitely some ones we hit on. Trying to remember a few of them. Bugonia was there, the Yorgos Lanthimos new one that we highly anticipated. Jay Kelly, the Netflix George Clooney, Adam Sandler, Noah Baumbach picture, as well as some others. We'll start with the top prize winner there, the Golden Lion, the León de Oro. I doubt I pronounced that right.
You said it with such confidence that you have me sold.
Thank you. We had a bit of an upset here, or at least something that wasn't initially on our radar. Not in my top 10 anyway. Father, Mother, Sister, Brother. An anthology comedy written and directed by Jim Jarmusch, who was actually a Cuyahoga Falls native.
Oh, I know Jim of Patterson fame, correct?
Okay, sure. Yeah, all right. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
So not fooling you here. You're all over it. It's an ensemble cast: Adam Driver, Cate Blanchett. Yeah. So that's great with Patterson. I actually didn't put that together. It makes a little more sense. So won the top prize as a release date of Christmas Eve 2025. Seems like a bit of an upset. So that's I would say firmly on the radar at this point.
That's really cool. I knew he was from Cuyahoga Falls, which is about 30 minutes from where me and Chuck grew up. And he makes all his movies with Adam Driver. So that makes sense that it's an Adam Driver movie as well. That's really exciting. If you've never seen Patterson, it's on Amazon. It's very, very, very good. He made a really not bad movie. Well, it was kind of bad. It was that remember that zombie movie that came out, Chuck? The Dead Don't Die with Bill Murray, Selena Gomez, and Adam Driver.
Yeah.
That was also him. So kind of hit or miss. Oh, those are his last two movies he made too. Coffee and Cigarettes. I heard that movie is awesome. I've never seen it though. But yeah, so that's really cool. He's a really cool director. His movies are a little bit out there. So I could see this one, especially with the name Father, Mother, Sister, Brother, written and directed by him. That's really exciting.
It is. Yeah, good to see that on the radar. Him on the radar. Just to touch on some other stuff that happened in Venice. Let's see here. We had we had some other interesting developmental news here. The Silver Lion for Best Director went to Benny Safdie, not the other Safdie brother. We're not talking
Marty.
We're not talking Marty Supreme here. But the other Safdie brother, for his direction in the Dwayne Johnson biopic, A24's entry, The Smashing Machine.
Yeah.
So that was one we didn't hit on. That should definitely deserve to be an honorable mention in my top 10.
You mentioned it. You said it was an honorable mention. Yeah, you said it was an honorable mention. Yeah. We didn't spend much time talking about it, but you gave it a shout out.
Awesome. And then Emily Blunt, I think it's a good chance in supporting actress in that film. But yeah, the direction getting the honor here. I did notice that it has a 76% on Rotten Tomatoes, so maybe a bit more polarizing than a lot of these other films. I did try to see where the critics went for most of these, which would be an ongoing theme of what I hit on. But it won't take long for us to make our own assessment on it. October 3rd release date, so that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, that's earlier than I thought. That's interesting. So both Safdie movies are A24.
Yeah, and they're Marty Supreme. Yeah, Marty Supreme's A24. Yeah, so the Safdies went solo, and they both got a pretty good entry here. It looks
they're on the A24 contract.
Yeah, right. You ain't going anywhere, buds.
That's cool. Here's my take on the Smashing Machine, and the fact that they got one Best Director at Venice changes my thought process a little bit. I kind of thought this was an acting vehicle for The Rock. I kind of thought The Rock was going to get nominated just for the fact that he's been the biggest movie star in Hollywood for the last decade.
True, he doesn't have one.
He doesn't have one, and I could see as long as this movie got decent reviews, I thought it needed at least a 70%, which it seems like it's going to get. I thought as long as it did that, there was a really good chance that they were just going to give him a Best Actor nom. The fact that it got Best Director, I agree. It seems like Emma Stone's on the table now. 76%, probably not for Best Picture, but yeah, I think that will definitely be a player for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's pretty much the last note I guess I'd have on Venice is Begonia, because that's one we're keeping up with Yorgos. Currently at 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, so the critics are all about it. The big buzz out of Venice for that film, I would say, was more so in the Emma Stone performance. It seems like everyone is saying that she should be the front runner. Now, look, will they give her 3 Best Lead Actress winners by the age of 30, whatever? That's a hard sell. But from what I'm saying is, hey, she's even better here than Poor Things. So that's something to keep an eye on. That'll be something we'll follow all the way through. I mean, Emma Stone's the best thing going in Hollywood for my money, and I'd love to see it.
3's very rarefied air, though.
Yeah, but she's a force, man. She's a force. I would have to doubt it, especially that young of an age. I think the most recent one was Frances McDormand for Nomadland a few years back. But, I mean, she's, 20, 30 years her senior. So, I don't know. We'll see. Definitely something to keep an eye on. I mean, depending on how crowded the field gets, I suppose, too.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, everyone loves Emma Stone, right? No one dislikes her, and multiple winners. Yeah, she would tie.
Audrey Hepburn, Frances McDormand.
Yeah, Hepburn's got. Streep only has 2. I guess Streep's total are also with supporting. Frances McDormand's got 3. Hepburn's got 4, and then there's a slew of people with 2 wins.
Yeah, 3 is extremely rarefied air. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's interesting, but that's cool. I mean, could she do it? Yeah, she's only 36, so she'd be by far the youngest person to ever win 3. I would imagine too.
Yeah, I would like to see it. I'd say at this point I'd bet against it just because playing the numbers. But
very cool. That's exciting though.
That is exciting.
Really looking forward to Begonia very much.
Absolutely. I guess the last thing would be Jay Kelly at Venice. Jay Kelly, I think about 81% of Rotten Tomatoes, so maybe the critics didn't like it quite as much as some of these other films, and that's one to keep an eye on. It's the Netflix entry. It's got a lot of buzz, so we'll keep an eye on that one too.
Yeah, Chuck, is there a number that you have in mind when you're looking at these Rotten Tomato scores? A percentage that you're thinking?
Yeah, like that. Is there like a number that I think that it gives it a better chance for Best Picture? There's one that. Yeah, I mean, if it's somewhere in, I don't know. I guess it's not a general rule of thumb, but if it's 90 plus, then that's the go zone.
Yeah,
that's just pretty much overall, just like the consensus is just like over the top for it.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you see these movies in the 70s and 80s, and that's can be a bit of a red flag. That's for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Because like Hacksaw Ridge, I want to say like a 76%, but still got a Best Picture nom. So like they can slip through, but I agree. It's like you need 85 or above to at least feel really good about their chances this time of year. That was the number in my head, like 85-ish is what you kind of need.
Yeah, I'd say that's about right. Of course, Vice. I think Vice was rotten if I recall, or close to it.
Oh man, yeah.
I mean,
Vice hung out and got a Best Picture nom, right?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it got nominated a lot. Yeah, but the general rule of thumb, I'd say,
yeah. I guess you really just need a niche, right? And Vice clearly had a niche that it spoke to. So
absolutely, I'd say that's correct.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, so that'd be it for Venice. Toronto happened. I think that's the one.
I have one more thing for Venice because you texted me about it. Whatchamacallit? Didn't the Luca Guadagnino movie premiere at Venice?
What was that? Yeah, I'm sorry. That was that Venice? What do I have for that?
I could be mistaken. Because you text me it. You said I don't want to get into spoilers, but
yeah, I'm trying
after
to think.
The Hunt. No, it did. It was out of competition at Venice.
It was at Venice though.
Yeah, maybe it was at a different one too. It premiered out of competition at Venice though.
Okay, that's good that you brought that up though. I did not have it in my top 10. I had it as an honorable mention. We love Luca Guadagnino. Yeah. From what I remember seeing last, there's some. I saw some negative reviews that were circulating. I think that was a little more polarizing. I want to say that had a little bit lower Rotten Tomato score than 60s or 70s possibly.
49%.
Okay, so that's now getting pretty well panned. Yeah. So you could probably write that off. That's pretty safe.
Yeah, that's too bad. But Luca Guadagnino, man, his filmography is wild. Like he has misses, and he makes a lot of movies.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, he'll have his misses.
Yeah. So yeah, that looks like a miss. That's too bad. We all want Luca Guadagnino to justice for challengers.
Hey, dude, come on. We need to vindicate that. Mm-hmm. That was some BS.
All right, cool though. I just scanned the Venice thing and I don't really see anything on there that I'm interested in that you didn't bring up. So yeah, sounds good.
Cool. And now the highly anticipated Toronto Film Festival. Probably just as deep, maybe a little deeper, just as anticipated. And I got to tell you, Mike, I'm feeling pretty good about one of my predictions that you might have been a little more lukewarm on. The top prize winner at TIFF was none other than the People's Choice Award to Chloe Zhao's Hamnet.
It really won?
It won the top prize in Toronto.
I guess
it's here. It's here to stay.
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have doubted Chloe. That's what it boils down to. Yeah,
Jesse Buckley, Paul Mescal. I'm liking the cast. Joe Alwyn supporting. I think this is a Thanksgiving release date. 89% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it's here to stay. I think it's
89. You said
89.
Yeah. All right.
So I think it's got as good a chance as anything. I mean, that's a big one to win right there. And worth noting, we also have a first runner-up and second runner-up to that prize here, which are also two very notable films. One that we went in depth on, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, runner-up for the People's Choice Awards. Very exciting news. I didn't write the Rotten Tomato score for that one. I want to say it was in the 80s.
I got it right here.
Oh, I got it. 81% as of this morning. Yeah.
Okay.
The October 17th to a limit release, which I will be trying to see in theaters for sure before Halloween. And then, for whatever reason, a November 7th release on Netflix where everyone will see it.
Yes. So I'm holding out hope that they actually go wide with that. Wouldn't that make sense, Chuck? Because you would think they'd want it out before Halloween on Netflix if it wasn't going wide, you know?
You would
So,
absolutely think so. And it looks like it is about 3 weeks off before the Netflix release. So they
yeah.
might just run that thing hard for 3 weeks through Halloween season, spooky season, and then see where it gets. Because I think that would do really well in theaters. Mass appeal. I got no one's not going to be into that one. That's on everyone's radar.
For sure. That would be sick. Well, that's cool. That seems promising enough. The 81%, I still feel like that's a movie where Del Toro has his niche in the Academy. The 81 might mean it's not going to win Best Picture, but they're not probably going to give Del Toro another Best Picture winner again, right?
Sure, yeah.
They already gave him one, but Best Picture nom?
Yeah.
Oscar Isaac, Best Actor, maybe? I don't know what he's doing in this film.
Maybe.
Maybe.
A little
Maybe
more
supporting.
Shake Water, a little less Pinocchio.
Yeah, he could also be supporting, but maybe Frankenstein Monsters lead. I don't know. Who's to know?
That would sound like category fraud from but who knows? Maybe he's got 30 minutes of screen time. We don't know yet. Very excited.
Yeah.
Love Oscar Isaac, obviously. The second runner-up is also highly worth mentioning, which I'm actually really excited to bring up. We love these films. Everyone loved these films. These films have been nominated. Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery by Ryan Johnson, back directing. The second runner-up, 92% Rotten Tomatoes. It looks like they got another hit on their hands in the, I guess, now trilogy.
Wait, can you repeat that, Chuck? That the award is the second runner-up?
It's the second runner-up.
So
yeah.
that's like the bronze?
They announced that, yeah, I guess so. The People's Choice, the first runner-up and second runner-up. So I suppose gold medal, or gold, silver, and bronze medal. Sure.
Cool. That's a really pretentious way of saying they came in third, but I expect nothing less from a film festival.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it wasn't on my radar, but I mean, now you got to take it very seriously for at least writing.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I love that Ryan Johnson keeps making these. They always premiere around Christmas too, right? I feel like I've always watched this movies at home around Thanksgiving or Christmas.
Right, on Netflix. It's getting that 3-week run, it looks like, in theaters around Thanksgiving, and then the second week of December, you should expect it on Netflix.
Yeah, he can keep making these movies until he dies, and I will keep watching them. I think.
I mean, yeah, right. He's even given it like a tagline now, like a Knives Out mystery. Like, he's really running with it, and you gotta love it, man. And
Daniel Craig is born to play Blanc. Well, I forget his first name, but
right.
But yeah, I will keep watching these. I think they have a perfect little premise going there. So that's really cool. I believe the original Knives Out got nominated for Best Original Screenplay, right?
It definitely, yeah. The original was nominated for Best Original Screenplay.
Cool. I don't know if Glass Onions did.
No. Yes, that also got nominated. Yes, correct. Make us look good there. That makes sense. Yeah, so I mean, kind of a force in the rating category, right?
Yeah, so the first two, the only noms it's gotten were screenplay, but they're so well done screenplays. This is cool. This is just like I'm all for it. Every 3 years he keeps making one of these movies, comes out around Christmas. It's fun. I'm totally here for it.
Absolutely. I guess we can move along here. This is something else we don't.
I can give you a Rotten Tomato score, Chuck. I just saw it. 94% on 50 critic reviews for the Wake Up Dead Man.
It's crushing. It's crushing.
Cool.
At this point, I'd be shocked if we didn't get a writing nomination, and then, I mean, ceiling's the roof at this point for a film like that with that pedigree.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. That's sweet. Okay.
Sticking with Toronto, we had the International People's Choice Award. So this, I'd say, would reflect heavily on the Best International Film at the Academy Awards. But not only that, I mean, like we've said, the international flair has definitely shown through with the Academy. So I think this is a pretty important category. Well, one of the contenders I had in my top 10 was here, and that actually got second runner-up. The Sentimental Value, the Joachim Trier. I mean, nothing bad to say. It seems like that momentum is here to stay. 95% of Rotten Tomatoes, 64 reviews.
I saw a trailer, Chuck, for it. I wanted to wait until we were talking on here. Looks really damn good.
Awesome.
Looks really damn good. Yeah.
That's very cool. Did you see it before in theaters?
Yeah, I saw it before Caught Stealing.
Okay,
No,
well, there you go.
I saw it before Splitsville. They were showing all the weird shit before Splitsville.
Man, I wanted to catch Splitsville last week. I did not. I did see Caught Stealing. I'm excited for you and Keegan's review there.
Yep.
So the international category. So what won? That's the real question. If that didn't win, and this is just kicking ass right now, what won? Well, here's something I'm very excited to talk about. Another very interesting one that is highly on my radar now. No Other Choice, directed by Park Chan-wook, a satirical black comedy. It's a South Korean film. It was already announced as the entry for the 98th Academy Awards from South Korea. 100% on Rotten Tomatoes after 42 reviews. Is this the dark horse international feature that can make a run in several categories, including Best Picture? Probably good a bet as any right now. So No Other Choice.
The director of Old Boy, which is regarded as one of the best international movies of the 21st century, same director. So
nice.
Yeah, Chuck. I mean, all of a sudden, this type of movie, you start thinking, could this movie win Best Picture?
And there's been plenty, like Drive My Car and some of that, Past Lives, they swoop in and they're just, they get a half a dozen nominations.
Tour de Forces, man.
Absolutely. So I did not see an American release date yet. I think that's actually official at the moment. So we'll keep an eye on that. I think it's premiering later this month in South Korea.
That's cool. Oh, the interesting thing is it premiered at Venice and Toronto. They're just going around the whole circuit with this. I guess it's backed by the country of South Korea. So
awesome.
That's cool. I agree. I think this one almost feels like it's got a great chance of Best Picture. And we've seen multiple foreign movies get nominated for Best Picture in recent years. So I don't think this necessarily means that sentimental value's done, but No Other Choice is probably the stronger bet.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's always exciting. I love when two Best Pictures get to square off in the international category.
Yeah.
That's always exciting. We're getting a little more of that. So,
and I don't know if you said the Rotten Tomato score of sentimental value, but 95%, Chuck, it's currently sitting at.
I think I mentioned that. But regardless, yeah. So that's. I don't think we're losing any steam there either.
No, I agree.
Just after that, that's kind of the main notes on Toronto.
Toronto. Sorry to interrupt, but Toronto's the film festival you said that has that run of Best Picture noms for the winners, right?
Correct. Yeah. So looks like that'll probably end with The Life of Chuck.
But we'll restart with Hamnet.
Yeah, that's very, very, very good company to for your Best Picture chances.
It's produced by Bruce Springsteen, Steven Spielberg, Chuck. Hamnet. I don't know if you. I don't know if you knew that.
I think I mentioned on the top 10. We covered a lot of ground in that pod. I think I mentioned that, but yeah, that's interesting. That's something for sure.
We our family around the holidays, we try to go to the theater to see some movie. Maybe we see Hamnet, just because Joe Aldwell's in it.
Yeah, that's the kind of film though that we'd go to and like mom and dad would pretend to like it and hate it. Dad would hate it. Mom would fall asleep.
Well, no, Dad would say something afterwards, saying, "Oh, that was about William Shakespeare."
Yeah, exactly. 3 hours later.
Like,
you couldn't quite pick it up, huh?
Not even 3 hours later. Like in the morning, the next day.
and then he'd totally appreciate and like it more then.
Yeah.
Shakespeare.
Now it makes sense. Interesting.
Oh.
Hamnet also was at Telluride, Chuck. I'm sorry, I'm still in your Telluride thunder.
I don't have any Telluride thunder. In fact, I believe they don't give out a top prize. I believe they don't give out a top prize at Telluride. I don't got much for Telluride. So if you want to ad-lib a little bit on Telluride, have at it, my friend.
Well, all I wanted to say about Telluride is that I nearly went there when I was living in Colorado, and then my buddy got married on Labor Day weekend. And this is a PSA to everyone that's listening to this: don't have your weddings on holidays. It's rude. So people can't do things. And so I've never been to Telluride because of
definitely
that.
held hostage.
Yeah.
All right.
A lot of stuff did play there, Chuck. Begonia played.
Begonia was also
played.
These are cross. Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe just more appeal. I don't think they give out a top prize winner. So
Jay Kelly, sentimental value. The only movie that we haven't
Well,
mentioned.
that's so funny though, because I've mentioned those for Venice or Toronto as well.
Yeah, so I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that it's like I don't know, a traveling circus, these movies at film festivals. I never realized that. I thought it was just you premiered at one of them and then you just kind of took that momentum forward. But I guess you do the circuit. Man, it'd be sick to see Telluride. You'd see probably...
That's unbelievable. Yeah.
You'd see, and then Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere. I'll get that in a second. But yeah, Sentimental
Yeah,
Value.
see, that also released at the New York, at the New York Film Festival. I remember seeing. So...
Yeah. So that movie has a 93% Chuck on 14 reviews by the critics.
Springsteen?
Yeah.
Okay, it's early, but you know what? Yeah, I would put that more in the bona fide contender.
Yeah, for sure. Because I think even like Rocket Man had good reviews. It was Bohemian Rhapsody didn't have good reviews, right?
Yeah, that was closer. That was closer to neutral.
But people just could not get enough of Bohemian Rhapsody for whatever reason. It still perplexes me to this day. But yeah, I don't have very. Begonia was also there, but I don't really have anything to add from Telluride. They don't give out awards. It looks like.
Two other small notes, I guess. Yeah. I will put a bow on the whole thing here. Just two films. One we mentioned, one we didn't. In regards to Toronto, Rental Family, which is the Brendan Fraser Tokyo one. 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, so I think that's firmly in play, and we're rooting for that one. That's exciting. That's around Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And then one more, The Roof Man, starring Channing Tatum, and he's getting a lot of buzz for his performance. That'll be out in 3 or 4 weeks. It's about a homeless man who lives in a Toys R Us who breaks into the roofs of McDonald's to make money. I mean, who's not in there? I'd love to see him get a nomination for that performance as well.
Chuck, have you seen the trailer for Roofman yet?
I have not. I just heard about this film 48 hours ago, in fact, and I can't wait now.
Oh, it looks so sick. So that's really cool. It looks like a blast. The only thing I have here to tell you is One Battle After Another has premiered. Not at a film festival, but it currently has a 98% Rotten Tomatoes on 90 reviews. Apparently it's
awesome.
I think it's, from what I'm reading, I think it's going to be the heavy front runner for Best Picture this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
Another tease for everyone there.
Yeah.
I like it. Another flag planted.
Yes.
Marker down.
Has a 96 out of 100 on Metacritics, which is like unheard of good.
Unbelievable.
Universal acclaim, and
I could see that being that could just be the front runner. That we'll see if anything can come up and challenge it. So I think I'm comfortable calling that the front runner as of where we sit right now, the start of autumn, start of fall,
and we can
award season.
We can end it here with the Rotten Tomatoes consensus. This is a little teaser for next week's pod too. It's an epic screwball adventure teeming with aware, inspiring action set pieces. One Battle After Another is Paul Thomas Anderson's most entertaining film yet, while also being his most thematically rich.
Unbelievable. There you go.
What don't you want there? But Chuck, that was great. Thanks for giving us that good rundown of the film festival scene.
Awesome, man. Always happy to be on. Happy to get revved up and ready to go here.
All right. Later, Chuck.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Should we get to what we watch?
Yeah.
But first, Keegan, what do you think of that vodka? Just the purest?
From Poland, pure potato vodka.
Crushed the potatoes myself before this. My evil twin brew, New York City. I actually didn't even look at what kind of beer it was before I started drinking it. It's very much an IPA. It's actually super, super good. It's a double IPA, yeah. With citrus. You can tell. It's actually extremely good, Keegan. I think this is something that you would like as well if you ever see it. It's a nice little fruity double IPA, quite good. I would probably honestly drink it again. We'll get a label. We'll get a label shot in there. Yeah.
6-pack, 4-pack.
4-pack. Here's the kicker though. $18 for that 4-pack.
Ooh.
I don't know why that's like the new norm now. Back in my day, they were always 6-packs, and they were like $10.
What's the percentage again?
6.5. They come in pints though.
Oh, then that's nice.
Yeah.
I don't know, usually like with the high percentage ones, you'll get a 4-pack, but with the 6.5, you'd expect a 6er.
Yeah, it's a pint, so it's 16 ounces of 12. That probably equates to, yeah, that's almost a 6-pack then of 12s. 8 ounces short, $18 is still kind of steep though. But
Yeah, that is really steep.
what are you gonna do? Inflation, man. Run on King. Your platform should be, I'm going to eliminate trailers before movies and make 6-packs $10 again.
In a landslide victory, I'd have Reagan second term results.
Only lose Minnesota and DC.
Only lose Minnesota. Though Minnesota would be on board with this required 6-pack.
100%. That is a bar trivia question that has been asked multiple times, and I've gotten it right multiple times. And I pound my chest in celebration.
Is the question, what state did he not win?
Yeah, the 1984 election, like the biggest electoral college landslide in American president history, other than DC. What state did Reagan lose? The answer is Minnesota. There you go, guys.
Because of?
I assume the person he was running against was from Minnesota?
I was asking for his name.
Dewey? I don't know.
No. Walter Mondale.
Of course. Mr. Mondale, I'm not going to talk about your inexperience. Whatever that quote is. When Walter Mondale caused...
Wasn't Mondale a VP? Yeah, he was Carter's VP.
Yeah, there's something about Mondale says something about Reagan being old, and Reagan's like, Mr. Mondale, I wasn't going to say anything about your whatever. And it's like... Yeah. It's
all-time great rebuttals. Yeah,
all-time great rebuttal. People were like, "Yeah, the president was Prince. He was locked up in that moment."
Yeah,
little fun fact. Yeah, I almost got a minor in history at Ohio State.
That's true.
I never told you that. I was the last 3 semesters at Ohio State. I kept getting emails from the history department saying, "You're one minor. You're one history class away from being a minor."
You do it.
I should have. I need to take a 3,000. I know. I need to take a 3,000 level history class.
Dude, take an online math class to get your minor.
It'd be sick. I know. What would I do with it? I don't know. I would probably just tell people.
Put it on the resume
every day of my life.
Tell everyone about it.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you do with minors anyway? Nothing.
Hanging on my wall. Not my doctorate, but I will have my minor just plastered.
They don't put your minor on your degree.
That's a bummer. Are you looking at your degree?
I am.
Okay.
I think it's just a trust me, bro. When it comes to minors.
All right, I'm gonna start saying that then. No one's gonna fact check me. Keegan, what have you watched? Anything?
TV. Been watching Peacemaker. Second season of Peacemaker. Tying more into James Gunn's DC universe in pretty unique ways. I think we talked about that last time, though.
Yeah.
They use the previously on to tie it in. Still hilarious, still really good. And then I started watching Alien Earth. You know I'm a sucker for Alien. And it's from Noah Hawley, who did Fargo for sure. The Fargo TV show, which I love. And what else did he do? Legion, which people are big fans of. Yeah, and Alien Earth. So far, so good. I'm not caught up yet, but man, something about a face hugger grabbing a face is just the scariest thing in the world to me. So that always hits, no matter what.
Fun fact, I still own Keegan's Blu-ray of Alien.
I want it back so badly. I don't know if it's streaming. It's my favorite horror movie of all time, and we're coming up on October. I do want to watch it.
It's at my parents' house. So when I go home, I think I'll be home in October, Keegan, for a week.
All right, cool.
Maybe we can do a movie night.
Yeah. Oh, I watched Lion King with the Cleveland Orchestra.
Oh, sick.
So at Blossom showed the movie on screen, and then the orchestra played the music. They had the full choir background doing the that was coming from the movie, but the pink pajamas, penguins on the boat, that was all choir stuff.
That was pretty good, Keegan.
Really? Yeah. It was awesome. I've done that now for Lord of the Rings and Lion King. And I've done it for Amadeus.
Oh.
I know it's a uniquely Cleveland thing, I guess. I'm sure I've done it for Star Wars. I went to Pittsburgh to see Star Wars, episode 4. Yeah, it's awesome every time watching them. You notice there's two things. One, in most of these movies, music pretty much never stops. They're playing the entire time. Like, you don't really realize that when you're watching a movie, but seeing them there, it's incredible. And two, it's just almost more emotional hearing that music. I haven't seen Lion King in, God, I don't know how long, but hearing that again from them was like, yeah, this movie is such an all-time classic. And it made me even more pissed off that they not only thought to make a remake, but actually went through with it and made 2 of them. Fucking criminal.
I thought you were going to say that they kill Mufasa. I'm like, yeah, man, still fucking pissed off. Still pissed off about that one, too. Yeah, that's wild. The wild thing is that Barry Jenkins helped make one of them.
That's the biggest, I'm going to get the bag and then never do this again move of all time.
Yeah.
Which I think he even came out and said.
I'm sure, dude. What was that, Barry? God. That's sick though. I've never seen one of those orchestras live, but I think I'd love that. That sounds.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I watched kind of out of a whim. I randomly saw someone on TikTok saying that like I saw Splitsville today, really shockingly good, and then I just was bored and I saw that there was a showtime at the local theater, so I went to go see Splitsville. So awesome. What's an unromantic comedy's the tagline to this movie. Yeah, it's definitely
the director's in it.
Yeah, it's a writing partner. Michael Angelo Covino and Kyle Marvin are the writers. They've written, I think, 3 movies together, and then Michael Covino is also the director, and it stars them 2, Dakota Johnson and Adria Arjona,
who's from Andor. She's really good in Andor.
Yes. So those 4 are awesome. It's this like interweb of romance between the 4 of them, and it's like a fantastical reality. The opening scene, Keegan, is quite funny and also ridiculous, and you realize, oh, anything's gonna go in this movie. And then there's a 15-minute fight scene that feels like the closest thing I can compare it to is when Peter Griffin fights the chicken for 15 minutes. That it's honestly like that at one point. And essentially it's about 2 couples who have like open relationships. That's the premise. And then hijinks ensue, if you will. But it was
100% not in theaters anymore, right?
I don't know. I was actually surprised. It premiered at Cannes this spring. And then I was shocked that it made it all the way to Napa because I knew it was getting limited release throughout. Dakota Johnson, she's taken this career path where she just does like indie comedies, and I love it. She's really good in Cha Cha Real Smooth. I don't know if people saw that a couple years ago, but that was really good. This movie is kind of in the same vein, just kind of this romantic comedy, but it breathes a new air into the genre. Hardest I laughed in theaters? Well, if you take out Naked Gun, it's probably the hardest I've laughed in theaters in a couple of years. Just really fun. We've all seen millions of rom-coms. This one just feels so unique and different. I'm going to give this movie an 8.4. This movie's very much made for me though. I'm a sucker for a good rom-com. All 4 actors are just so great, and I care about all the characters so well.
Did you see Materialist?
No, I have not.
Okay. She's in that too. She has a weird career where if she's in something that's like really big, she's usually so bad in it.
Oh.
But if she's in something like indie, I really like her.
Yeah, she kind of plays the scene opens up with her breaking up with one of the main characters, and so she kind of is just playing like this like kind of this bitch role, and you like want to you want to dislike her, but she's really 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 funny in it, and she has a good arc. It's really good. I think this movie could very much kind of gain a cult status if it has the right streaming service behind it in the future. I think it's been one of those movies that I'm gonna get drunk and recommend to people for the next like 5 years. So just buckle up, everybody.
I think she's she's kind of a kick-ass producer.
Dakota
Like,
Johnson?
She did Cha-Cha Real Smooth. She
Yeah.
did Daddy-O. She did Splitsville.
Yeah, man.
She did something else too. Yeah, and
She's
she
made
also stars in all these movies, so she seeks out pretty cool stuff.
she's made a really cool pivot. I shouldn't even say pivot. I mean, she kind of broke onto the scene doing these big budget stuff. But now she does these really cool like indie movies that she's great in them. And yeah, she helps produce them, get them out there, and $3 million budget. Really, really well done. Just very cool premise. Very good original screen. Oh, it's Neon too. So Neon's behind it. So there you go. That makes sense. They bought it at cans. All right, Keegan. Anything else? Any parting shots?
No, happy to talk about one of my favorite movies of the year. I think it will probably stick around, probably be in that 7, 8, 9, 10 range, maybe.
Yeah.
Unless we have a really killer end of the year. Me, you, and our friend Charlie were talking about
One
the
battle
movie
after
that
another.
we got this confused with, PTA.
One
What's
battle
that
after
one called?
another. One battle after
Yeah,
another.
One Battle After Another. Thank you. I'm looking forward to that. That's coming around pretty soon. Anything else that's like on the horizon here from anyone big?
Daniel Day-Lewis is coming out of retirement, Keegan. I don't know if you heard that.
For PTA?
No,
For Spielberg?
No, for his son. Nepotism at its finest. He co-wrote he co-wrote a movie with him, which that makes it a little bit better. And then his son's directing it, and he's starring in it. And that comes out in 2 weeks. And then oh man, who's the guy that did The Lobster?
Yorgos.
Emma Stone movie coming out end of October.
Dude, they have made 3 movies in like 18 months.
They can't stop.
What was the last one? I missed it.
Baby Doll? No. Something like that, though. Poor Things.
No, there was one after that.
Oh yeah, there was a movie that came out last summer that no one saw.
Kinds of Kindness.
Yeah.
You see that?
No, I didn't. Did you?
No.
Yeah.
But it was like
no one did.
It felt like 3 months after Poor Things. I'm like, with Willem Dafoe again, Margaret Qualley again, Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons this time. But it was just like such a quick turnaround.
Yeah,
it almost didn't even feel real.
It was literally 6 months after. Yeah.
Yeah.
It lost money at the box office. Came out in June. Yeah, that was a weird one. But yeah, Begonia is that one. It's she's a CEO and she gets kidnapped. Sounds really good.
Jane Black has a movie coming out with Mark Wahlberg and Lakeith Stanfield.
Our boy Edgar Wright is coming out with a new movie in
with the remake of Running Man, right? I think it's the Running Man remake. I think that's him. Yeah. November 12th. I mean, I'll see anything he makes. He's yet to miss, though. What's it called? Wasn't amazing. Last Night in Soho wasn't amazing, but I love that guy.
They're still good when they're not good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Perfectly said.
Yeah.
The new Knives Out.
New Knives Out, December, Netflix. Noah Baumbach also coming out with an Adam Sandler, George Clooney movie.
Yeah. Chloe Zhao is making Hamnet. Yeah, there's some good stuff coming. I'm excited.
Yeah. Should be fun. All right,
just don't ask me back.
Never again. Maybe Edgar Wright.
Never again.
Can I get you back for Edgar
Marty
Wright?
Supreme from Safdie. I mean, there's going to be a massive miss in here. Bradley Cooper's got another one coming. Man. All right. Fucking Avatar 3. Maybe Caught Stealing won't make the top 10, but still, good movie.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, dude. Thanks for coming back on. Of
course.
Maybe The Running Man. Edgar Wright, get you back on?
Yeah, that's I would love to. I hope it's good. I have not seen the original, though. Maybe we could do a rewind into
Yeah, we could rewind the OG. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Well, have a good one.
Thanks,
Peace.
man. Later.
sometime you exploded. Drop a few lines when I catch you through the static. Irish goodbye, what a classic. Perennial girl in love once a year. When it comes, she disappears. Maybe she'll stay.